Jordan Smith, it's a great day today. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Let's get the likes up. See you later. What's good? Who's in here? Who in here? Eric, what up? Today we get our coach and we get the the Miami Heat. The momentum changes now. The momentum changes. Boston now they're gonna be tight. See, the thing is, this is why I say heart. I tell you guys all the time, it's about heart. I think it's the number one thing. This is a competitive sport. Basketball is a competitive sport. It's about heart. They heard all. Let me tell you what Miami heard. Well, Jimmy Butler. I ain't gonna say the whole Miami. Kyle Lowry stepped up too, right? But this is what Miami heard. Miami heard Draymond Green said yesterday. They said, "Shaq, who you playing?" He said, "We playing Boston." Draymond Green said they playing Boston all day today. Everybody, every show, I think Boston gonna beat Tracy McGrady. I don't know. I think Boston gonna beat Golden State. Brian Windhorst. All these guys all day on TV erased Miami and said Boston may beat Golden State. Everybody named Marvin said Boston. Not saying it might not happen, but the point is that's hard. That man playing on a bad leg and went inside that Boston. I know. I'm a diehard long-time Laker fan. I know how them fan base get. That fan base is something different in the playoffs. A lot of people can't take that in the playoffs. That Boston fan base is something different. For him to come in there and handle his business like that, I'm like, wow. For him to do that, because you know what he did? He watched the Golden State game. Was like, damn, Draymond, damn, y'all, we played them off. Damn, Boston playing Golden State. Then all day on the red, everybody was saying a lot of people picked Boston over Golden State. I don't know. Boston got one of the great defense. Oh, Boston, the Lakers should have built like Boston. Oh, Boston, this is a long thing. And it might not be over. I mean, they might not make it. They might not make it. I did enough talking today, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all. People come in and I want y'all to. This is y'all show today, man. I'm so happy, man. The Lakers got their coach. So I'm gonna give my shout outs. After I give my shout outs, everybody could come join in and y'all could talk about the coach, y'all could talk about the game. So I'm gonna start off. Jordan Smith was good. See you later. Was good. Eric Kwan, what up? D Bonner was good. Stephen Scott was good. Steve Holler was good. Jonathan was good. Buck Skull Game was good. KAJ was good. Everybody hit the like button. I'm telling y'all, man. Humble Sports was good. That's what you call a guy that really cared. Bam Adebayo took 6 shots, man. He took six shots. Had they lost, Bam Adebayo showed that he didn't care what people said about him. Aaron was good, Aaron. All he did, Tuck and Lowry as champions. Yeah, that's true. I'm glad. he stepped up. Lowry stepped up. Everybody want to join the chat? Everybody, I dropped the link. Y'all come on in. I dropped the link. Bam stealing money. Ain't no question about that, Bonner. Bam is definitely stealing some money, man. Ain't no question about it. He's stealing money. How you have 6 shots? Had they lost, he basically said he don't care. You take 6 shots? I didn't even see the game, so I'm not going to be here like I scouted the game. I'll go back and watch it later. But he took 6 shots, man. Bam took 6 shots. Everybody who want to join the chat, I dropped the link. I'm going to put the link right here. Y'all come on, cook for a minute. Aaron, what's good?
What's up, Kareem? Kareem, what's up, my boy? What's popping?
How you?
Man, you was right, man. Boston can handle the news. That's why they lost tonight.
The
They can't.
news. I tell you, the Lakers jinxed Boston. The Lakers said right before the game, we're gonna drop our coach.
Yeah, they did it on purpose. You know, it's funny. And they lose Game 7. They're at home in Boston. That's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
They dropped it, man.
Mm-hmm. Man, oh man, what do you think the Lakers gonna do next?
Right now, all they could really do as far as he get an interview.
Can they recruit?
Not interview. He do his press conference.
Can they recruit? Can they talk to free agents now?
No, they're not allowed to. People do it. They're not allowed to talk to no free agents. Trades, you're gonna say trade to after the finals, but you could start. You could talk to teams about trades. They could start like structuring the trade, seeing what a trade may look like. And I think right now what's gonna happen. The next step right now, he's working on his coaching staff. Right now, technically, it's just him.
Hey,
You
Kareem.
might have to hire like maybe seven more people. So
yeah. Hey, Kareem. What's your honest opinion? What do you think what's going to happen to Russell Westbrook? You know the news over there in Lakers land. You know what's behind the scenes. What is going on with Russell Westbrook?
I think he gonna get traded. I think the Lakers gonna find a trade for him. I think the Lakers could find a trade for him.
Yeah. But you know stuff
I think
behind.
it's gonna be better than a lot of people. I think it's gonna come out.
Hey, you know behind the scenes, but you know what's going on behind the scenes. What's going on with Russell Westbrook's situation?
I don't know. I ain't really heard nothing about exactly what's going on behind the scenes with Westbrook. But
I mean, you have the inside take on everything. Inside take.
I ain't, like I said, I didn't hear anything about no particular trade right now. But my opinion on it, I think that I think at the end of the day, I think a team gonna come and be like, that's too much money, $47 million. I think a team gonna come to their senses and be like, we're not gonna do this because now the good thing about last year, even though the Lakers overpaid for Russ, but the good thing about last year, what happened? Sacramento had a deal, but the Lakers didn't snake Sacramento, and like I said, they agreed to one thing, and Sacramento asked for another thing. The Lakers went off and did another team. So a team, I think, was good that team may feel that the Lakers will walk away from a deal and do something else.
Do you really think? Do you really think the first round pick will be involved?
I think maybe I think if it's a deal, I think this. If it's a deal like this, I could see a first round pick. Maybe like a PJ Tucker. I mean, Kelly Oubre, Terry Rozier,
maybe Curry, maybe,
and PJ Washington. I could see they may throw first because they may look at it like this: we getting 3 guys in their 20s. You know what I mean? 3 guys that you getting a guy like 18-point scorer and Terry Rozier. I think he like 27. You're getting a guy like Kelly Oubre. His contract expired, so they not deeply committed with that. And He's a wing defender. He's athletic. He go hard. He play with some toughness. And he's a double figure scorer. He get you
Hey,
50 tonight.
do
And
you
then
think?
PJ Washington, he's 23.
Hey, hey,
And
do you think the Lakers can make a move with Milwaukee now? Because we got the Milwaukee's coach now. Maybe they can work some deals now with Milwaukee.
who they don't get from Milwaukee? I don't see nothing with Milwaukee.
Chris Middleton, maybe.
No.
Is there a way? Maybe we could do a buddy trade somehow.
Milwaukee not getting rid of Middleton. I don't think Milwaukee. See, the thing Milwaukee got going.
This is what we've been hearing.
They not. Why would they want
lose.
Westbrook and they got Holiday?
I heard Westbrook wants to go to Milwaukee. I think it was Golden State and the Heat.
I told you that's a fake rumor.
Yeah, that was, but yeah,
that's fake. And if it was, let me tell you about Milwaukee. Why would the Lakers want to? Why would Milwaukee want Westbrook and they got Drew Holiday? And they would have to give up one Russ' salary too big. It had to be either Holiday or Middleton. And the thing is, Milwaukee don't have to go crazy like, oh my God, it's the end of the world because we lost. The excuse Milwaukee have, they could always come back and say, you know what? We didn't have Chris Middleton.
Yep,
so that right there could stop them from like overreacting. That right there could make them say, you know what? If Middleton was there, we'd probably still be playing.
Could we trade for Zach LaVine? Is it somehow, somewhere, some way, somehow?
I told y'all before. I said that a few days ago. Y'all go check my video. People didn't see it.
Yeah.
I said I think that's just him to say that to get more money out of Chicago.
How about this?
I didn't hear that he want to leave Chicago.
If we touch a first round pick with Russell Westbrook, would you accept?
Oh, we ain't gonna get no first round pick.
No.
I mean,
we might not have to give up a first round pick, but we definitely not getting one.
I mean, can we? I don't mind trading that first round pick in Westbrook for Zach LaVine. I wouldn't mind.
For that, for Zach LaVine, yes. The Lakers will do that for Zach LaVine, but they don't want to do it for anybody. It got to make sense.
Well, but would the Bulls would accept though? That's the thing. Maybe.
No.
How about the Kevin Durant saga? Did you see that clip I sent you? The Kevin Durant saga.
Kevin Durant, to me, that's far off. I don't think the Kevin Durant thing really got no real legs because nothing happened yet. I think
Kyrie's gone. It's already done deal. Ben Simmons is gone. I heard he's gonna be gone.
Nah, I ain't hear none of that. I believe Nets right now is open to everything.
Wow.
I think Nets is open.
Package deal. I heard the Lakers in Brooklyn, they've been talking, I heard. They've been talking.
Yeah, but they could have been talking about anything. That's why I tell people, right? I think people overreacting. People like, oh my God, Sean Marks and Rob Pelinka is talking. That means they're talking trades. I tell people all the time.
No.
You don't know everybody's relationship. That's number one. You don't know that. People may have relationships that they might have been cool and they could have been hanging out. It could have been something that, let's go. They could be homeboys for all we know.
Yeah, that's true. So, maybe they could be having dinner or something or lunch.
And it might not. And it could be them gossiping. Not I hate to use the word gossiping, but it could be something where, let's say this. I want to say this. It could be a situation like this. Let's say they was in, because they always in Chicago at the pre-draft thing, right? Now let's say they're there. Now you deal with a bunch of people. And let's say they walk to each other. Now they both was in the same situation where the Nets was considered to go to the finals, and the Lakers considered to go to the finals. They both were failures. One got swept, one didn't make it, right? So let's say this happened. I'm just hypothetically. Let's say Rob Pelinka and Sean Marks talking, but like I said, you a gym full of people. And let's say he's like, yo, what's going on? Sean Marks asks him like, they both teams got turmoil. And he'd be like, yo, man, Genie, or he could be talking a little negative about Genie. That just say that, right? And Sean Moss could be talking negative about a player. You might not want to feel comfortable to really get into a deep conversation in a type of setting like that. Anybody can hear you. The conversation can get interrupted. Somebody could walk up, hey, this and that, and throw the conversation off. So you know, let's just go ahead and talk. And now y'all both in the same, like they say, misery love company. Not saying they both miserable, but they both in the same situation where the Russ thing with Rob Pelinka probably say, yo, man, I didn't want to do the Russ thing. LeBron, he might want to talk bad about LeBron. And he might want to say negative thing about Jeannie, about her being stingy or anything. Sean Marks might want to talk crazy about Kyrie. You know what I mean? So they both probably could be talking, they might could be talking to each other about their problems.
That's a good one.
That could be a reason why they hooked up. You know how that's normal though. That's normal. Like, you know what I mean? Sean Mark could see a lot of drama going on with the Lakers, and they could and Rob Pelinka could see the Kyrie issue and all these things. They might want to have a deep conversation, like, yo, man, he bugging, yo, blah blah blah. It might not have nothing to do with them making trades.
How about this?
I just want to go somewhere privately to talk. Because you can't have deep conversation. Somebody hear that, oh, he talking about LeBron James, and then his chick get out and it be on the media. I overheard he talking about LeBron James, and then it get blown up.
How about this? Or can we have a reunion? LeBron can have a reunion with Kyrie, and KD can have a reunion with Westbrook. A reunion.
Don't nobody want that, but that's fairy tale.
Yeah, fairy tale.
I heard that everybody make up. Everybody made up.
Ain't no. What would he want to play with Russ for? Russ ain't won nothing. Why would KD want to do that?
Yeah.
Our best option probably be, can we get Alexander from OKC? The guard.
I don't see no path, but crazy stuff happens.
Our best bet get John Wall from Houston, right? Is that our best option?
I don't want that.
If that was option one,
that's what they talked about first.
What's what he got to say? Scenario says West sends the Lakers a second round pick.
I like this trade. I'll do this trade. Eric Gore and Christian Wood and David Nwaba. I'll do that.
Lakers doing this. Well, that's a good trade. Hell yeah. We should never get rid of him, that guy, anyway. David, no, Baba. We should never get rid of that guy. We had him before, too, I believe, right? I thought we had David before, right? That guy, David?
Yeah, we had him before.
I don't know why not a player we got rid of. We should never get rid of.
Yeah, but we wasn't keeping everybody.
Probably our best option is Derrick Rose a free agent. We're better off getting Derrick Rose, right? Is that our best option? Free agency pool?
Derrick Rose not a free agent.
Lakers don't want to take nobody else with no injury problems. They can't do that.
Yeah, they can't.
Our best bets.
Yeah.
Let's go to this.
My boy Fitness is in the building.
Yeah. Let's go to the Suns, because the Suns having problems too, I heard. They're having problems in Phoenix right now. Let's go to Phoenix. Let's go to their office.
Huh?
Let's go to Phoenix and talk to them. I heard they're having problems over there.
They're never making a trade with Phoenix. It's not happening. The last trade, that was a disaster. I'm not gonna go back to Phoenix. I'm not doing that.
Would the Cavs make a deal with us? The Cavs for Cal Sexton?
Cavs got it.
Would you mind that, Kareem?
Huh?
Would you mind Cal Sexton for Westbrook?
They won't do that. I do it, but they I don't think they're gonna do it.
Help LeBron. The Cavs will help LeBron maybe.
I don't think they're gonna do that. Cleveland trying to get to the playoffs. They was close. They should have made the playoffs this year.
That's what I said. By Adam Westbrook, a superstar, there you go. Get over the hump.
They got guards. I don't see them doing it.
Maybe go to the Hornets. That might be another option for us. Or the Bulls. Hornets.
The Bulls, I don't think so.
Maybe the Hornets.
The Hornets, yeah, I see that's a possibility. I think it'll be a team that nobody even thinking of.
The Knicks.
It could be. It could be.
R.J. Barrett, maybe. Is there a way we get R.J. Barrett?
No, not for Russ. If we're just talking no Brown and AD, a lot of them players I don't see happening.
Package first round pick in THT. Would that get it done? I
don't see it.
Mm.
I heard a lot of people saying all season THT has a lot of trade value. Is that true? A lot of teams were on the lead. THT.
I believe he got some trade value. I believe that.
A lot of teams are interested. We was going to trade THT last season for DeRozan, I think it was. We could have had DeRozan.
Huh?
We could have had DeRozan for THT, I think it was, right? Last season? DeRozan was...
He's a free agent. I ain't hear for no particular player.
I like the check, guys. Yeah. LeBron wanted the trade request. That was dumb, Kareem. That was a dumb one, I saw.
What up, P. Rose?
What's up, Kareem? What's up, chat?
What's up, Ross?
Oh, man.
Quiet, man.
What do you guys think the Lakers gonna do? Come on, people.
I'm not a Lakers fan, so whatever they do, just make sure certain people ain't involved, such as just make sure the right people involved.
Oh, are you a Bulls fan because you're the Rose?
No, I'm a Warriors fan.
Oh, why are you from LA?
No, bro, I'm from Tennessee, bro. I'm country them up.
That was buddy.
The way it's gonna stack up, somebody got to start the dominoes to fall, and that's how it usually is. Like some of the big name players,
like Kevin Durant was last one. Like Kawhi was the last one to fall.
No, not to my big name's gonna have to start it. They was waiting on Kawhi, made him wait. He different. That's totally different kind. I'm talking about somebody who start making moves, then it start. Whatever players that they that people need, I think is gonna be like that.
Free agency pool or the trade pool?
Yeah, I mean
free agent pool.
This year's free agent pool is kind of weak. I mean, unless Kyrie declines his player option.
Kyrie, we got Zach LaVine.
Oh, that's the big thing. I mean, because let's just say I don't think Philly's gonna offer James Harden, a super max. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Will he be a free agent this year?
He has a player option.
If he declines, is there a way? Kareem, would you prefer to have James Harden over Westbrook?
Westbrook got more heart than I would. A long term Amari 1 year. I think if we have to do this year, yeah, because I think it'd be something different. Harden shoot a little better. Harden, I think, is a better playmaker, and just for this year and to try something different, but. Long term, like if Harden pick up his option and try something different, yeah.
I'm
not crazy about Harden though.
you know, Kareem, you do know that he's a worse defender than Westbrook, right?
No, I know that's why I'm being real careful.
I mean,
but I'm just
shooting
saying
though,
it's
shooting he's
something
off the
different.
shooting he's off the chain though.
No,
I
he's
mean,
not
but
off
like,
the chain.
but listen, listen. First of all, he like it's been a big if. We got to see if he comes back in shape because he hasn't been in shape the last couple of years. That's why he's been injured. So he has to come back in shape, and like if he gives you like 18 to 20 points, you know, that's gonna suffice. But my issue's never been offense. It's really just been is he gonna give effort on a defensive end? I mean,
That means do we choose Kyrie over Westbrook?
At least Kyrie gonna try on defense. I mean, like they still gonna pick. I mean, Kyrie. The thing is, it's just you know, if out of the three, you know, I
Or
choose Kyrie.
Zach LaVine? Would you choose Zach LaVine?
Oh no,
Kyrie?
so should not take honestly. I take that. I take Zach LaVine in a heartbeat because what you're getting a 20, you're getting a 24 or 25 point per game scorer who can slash, who doesn't really need the ball in his hands, you know, to get his own bucket. He can catch off of pin downs.
He's like
Um,
27, 20, I think.
he's 27 and a half. But you know, he can catch off of pin downs. He can he can get his own shot. You know, he might not be, you know, the most efficient player, but he can still get his own bucket.
He wants to play for the Lakers because he said it himself when that media there. I think we're talking to the media, the Laker fans. He wants to play for the Lakers. That
I
means
think
something.
to me, I
He
ain't
didn't say that.
yeah.
He-
I think that was he just I ain't see
Basic.
that.
I don't hear him say that.
He's from LA though. He's from Hollywood. He's from LA.
No, he's from Seattle.
Seattle, Levine, Seattle. Yeah, he's right. Seattle.
He's from Seattle. He went to school in LA.
He had a house here.
He said he wants to with LeBron, but that doesn't insinuate he wants to play with the Lakers.
He
But
got
I
Clutch
mean,
Sport.
he's a close client.
Plus,
Yeah.
you got Clutch Sports, LeBron, AD. Here we go.
Yeah, that's cute. But he
But
want to get paid. That's what he wants.
and you're not getting a max, especially with given their financial status. Yeah, like I say, they brought up the Mavericks. I mean, go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, that was all my thought. He want to get he want to get paid, so he leaving all his
I
options
think
open.
like he can go to the Mavericks because they do have, I think, the requisite money to allocate to him for what he's looking for, possibly. But to me, Levine is not even a max caliber player. But a lot of these guys are overpaid anyway. So I mean, I think the Mavericks. Somebody said that he's a good fit there for what they need. But the Mavericks need a big man. That's where they're really lacking. But they can.
I told you they're gonna get Nurkic.
Yeah, I mean,
no.
that wouldn't work though. But yeah, I know. He's right though. They're trying to fill that void, I guess, in their opinion. He's right though. I heard Nurkic. Yeah.
Oh my god! So y'all trading light skin y'all trading light skin Anthony Bennett for a soft softy.
Nurkic a free agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll trade.
They ship or should go bear.
Hey guys, the Lakers would trade the 2027 first round pick Westbrook for Zach LaVine and Colin Day.
I mean, listen, y'all do not need to get rid of that 2027 first round pick.
Who's good in that draft in 2027? Nobody is that LeBron.
LeBron's son.
3 years.
Bronny's gonna get drafted, and Bronny's gonna get drafted in the 2020. He's gonna get drafted in the 2024 draft.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah. Well, no, wait. Well, no, because he has a senior, and then he has a. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, shit. Yeah, that's kind of soon. Yeah, it's 2 years.
And then what's it called? And then his youngest son Bryce Maximus. Bryce Maximus. Yeah, he'll be in the 2027 draft. But the thing is, his projection is actually higher than his brother.
Does that mean
he's gonna be better?
That means the Lakers.
That what they assume. Don't nobody.
That's what they assume.
We don't
Nobody
know.
know. No, but
Lakers gonna try to keep that pick and try to get LeBron James' son.
But see, the thing is, it's not wise. See, the thing is, you keep the pick because you hope out for the future. It's not wise to just lock in on one player who hasn't fully developed yet, and especially since he's still 14 years old.
It's not baseball where they already look at prospects of 15.
Right.
You seen his game tape? What his son can do?
Oh, but no. On this, I know what Bryce Maximus can do. That boy, he's like, listen, he went from 5'8" last year to 6'3". this year.
He's just like his daddy. He can play just like his daddy.
He's not as bad genetics
Oh
more
no,
so
no,
than
no, it's not like he's not like his game is not like LeBron. He's a scorer. He's a pure scorer. He's a pure like, and in terms of Bronny's game is more like LeBron in terms of where he fills out the stat sheet more. Bryce is a dog. Bryce is he's a pure scorer. He's gonna attack you.
He's in grammar school, ain't he?
Hey guys, that means LeBron play with his kid.
He ain't in grammar school. He ain't no pure. Don't
you
put
can forget about the younger brother. That's not happening. So I mean, reality is what matters.
LeBron can play with his kids before he retired.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, that's not even. I don't even want to project the good or bad.
They kids. I mean, well, like, listen, like, okay, Bryce is one thing, but Bronny, the thing is, I've noticed from him, he plays. Listen, people knack on him because if you look at his scoring, if his high school career scoring average, it's like 7.8 points per game. But
he's not getting much playing time behind that core that was there. So
he's on. This is like his. Listen, you got to understand. His freshman year, he wasn't supposed to get playing time. His freshman year, the only reason he got playing time is because D Wade's son got hurt, and he balled out. He averaged, I think, 10 points. He averaged 10 points a game, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds, and he averaged about 2 steals a game. And so that that's pretty good for a freshman, on a team full of 4-star and 5-star players. Now, if you look at his JV stats, he was averaging dang near 17 points a game on 60% shooting. Like it was just too easy for him. His sophomore year, he tore his meniscus, so he missed his whole sophomore year. He missed most of the AAU season. Came back. He came back. For the end of it. For playoffs and all the tournaments and everything. But he missed most of that season. Junior year, this past year, he still, he missed the first part of the season because he's still recovering. Came back this year, averaged 9 points a game, 6 assists. Pretty good numbers. But you got to understand, he's still on a team with
That's
5.
what I'm saying. He wasn't getting much playing time behind that core. Now we'll be able to really see what he could possibly do when he's the featured option.
Yeah, he's gonna be the number 1 option this year.
Yeah.
Now, but listen, here's the thing. People say that, but I think it's good that it's good that LeBron put him at that school, because the thing is, he could have stayed at Crossroads. He could have, because before he was at Sierra Canyon, he was at Crossroads. And the thing is, like at Crossroads, he was balling out. Going into the middle school, and they actually wanted him to stay because Shaq's son was leaving, and it was if Bronny had stayed there, he would have been the main star. So, but it's basically making him work for everything that he's gotten. Everything. And most people just say, you look at the stats and say, "Oh, he doesn't average this amount of points. He's not like a Mikey Williams and everything." But I'm like, watch him play. He plays the game the right way. He defends. He's actually top 5 best high school defensive guards in the nation. I've watched these kids. He locks up. He can lock up people. It's not a quick, and if he gets beat on the play, the next play he's back in there. So that's one thing, but I'm not too much worried about it. I'm gonna let the kid keep developing and everything. He's gonna be fine.
I just want to see what he does in college, because that's the real barometer. I mean, like high school, we saw what's his name, Amani Bates, right? He dominated. Then he can't, and then he's out of sync with the school he went to. He transfers over. I'm just saying, like, I don't really. This is why I hate high school basketball, because I don't really envelop myself too much deeply into it. Let's see. I want to see. Well, I want to see what he can do in college. And then I could probably say, okay, he's in a more developed area as opposed to high school. Okay, now let's look at our potential projections as to what he could be in the NBA.
Yeah. I think with the Amani Bates thing, that was something that was in. First of all, that was stuff to do with the NCAA and that BS, and then him and what's the coach's name? Him and Penny Hardaway had a disagreement, so that's why he's transferring everything. But and the thing is, when he was playing the first part of the season, he was actually doing pretty well. But it's just stuff happened. NCAA, NIL, all that stuff. Trying to keep stuff under wraps and everything. Because I've seen players. I mean, like you saw the hype behind, I forgot who's the you saw the hype behind LaMelo Ball and everything. And, at one point people were saying that he was not going to make the NBA, and he ended up being a top 3 draft pick.
He's a stud.
Oh yeah, I mean, shoot. But if you're talking about you're talking about the Lakers and everything, they have two.
Melo's going to get a shot though, because he was down in overseas.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Melo
Yeah.
Ball. We have the Lonzo Ball.
I mean, shoot, Jello.
And LiAngelo was actually the most heralded guy in high school. He was actually the best player, without a doubt, unequivocally. He was the best player, and I didn't even know that until I actually looked into it. And then obviously he kind of faltered. But
Jello gonna get his shot. He gonna get a shot in the league next year. He actually balled out in the G League this year. Did pretty good. I think he was top 5 in G League 3-point percentage. I think he shot like 44% from 3 this year. So,
but I think overall, what's his name? The youngest brother, as you already know, he was like 6, like he was short in high school, and then he sprouted up to like 6'6", 6'7". But like, I think he'll be the best overall player. He has I think the most natural talent and skill set. He just needs to become more mature. But he's only 20, so because like Lonzo Ball, he's definitely developing. But to me, I think the higher ceiling is probably the youngest brother.
Oh, it's not.
It's probably obvious. Yeah,
but
everybody thought that he was just the better. The middle brother was the better scorer.
Yeah.
And that's why they would think that, because he's when they all three was on the same team, the different kind of all three of them got kind of different styles.
Like I said, they thought that LiAngelo Ball was gonna he's the more stockier, more physical, stronger guy. Because he in high school he was like they thought he was gonna be the best. I mean, when they like his junior season, and then obviously Lonzo got the bulk of the praise, and then we saw what happened. Because people don't know, a lot of guys don't know that LiAngelo was actually the first guy that was just a star on the team in high school, and then Lonzo took over, and then there we go. I don't know.
Yeah, he was the better scorer, and the other one was young.
Oh yeah,
because whatchamacallit is he like a passing point guard, and people love points. You know how they do. They love their points. They love to look at who's scoring. And like y'all said, when you like basketball, when I played from Chicago on down, they take the best and they want to put them on the same team because it's almost like they want to groom them. And if you the best in your neighborhood, then you go play on this team, and you got to compete for this shooting guard position or center. So you getting better in practice. Forget the game. So by the time the games come, you battling for points. We seen Kentucky and all of them do that for years. We seen AD and all of them great players playing together. Then they get to the league, they like, wow, we didn't know this guy had this in the league. Like we didn't know Karl Anthony Towns had a jumper like that in college.
Yeah,
like Blake Griffin, he was another one for a good example.
But I think Blake Griffin developed that jump shot in like once.
Yeah, over time, like late, like around 28 and 29. Like, when he was with the Pistons, that's when he was. Y'all understand, like his athleticism declined early, like around 27. Then when he went to Detroit, he was actually a relatively consistent shooter, and then he was relegated to only a shooter here with the Brooklyn Nets. But man,
when he went to the Clippers.
Yeah, he developed that later because he kept having those injuries. Injuries.
Yep.
Hurt a leg, hurt a knee, hurt this.
Hey, you remember them 8 shoot watching them? Man, watching them AAU teams, watching them Drew League games back in the day.
Like, and 2011 was the best year, undoubtedly.
The lockout year. The lockout year was the best.
Yes, lockout year. Yes,
I promise you. Now you had a team like listen. One of my favorite games is like you had a team. I said this on another stream. You had a team of LeBron, KD, Chris Paul, Darren Williams, and I think it was like an old ass Antoine Jameson. And then the other team you had rookie Kyrie. You had third
John
year.
Wall played in those too a little bit.
Yeah. You had third year Stephen Curry.
Hey, salute to the panel. Hey, salute to the panel. How you guys doing?
Hey, guys doing?
Oh,
How you doing? Y'all enjoy that game tonight?
Yeah, Mr. Jimmy Buckets came in clutch and won me some money.
Shout out to him, Tomball, Texas, and D. Will Dallas. But like, yeah, it was a good game, man. I still hope the Celtics can win because it's gonna. I think it'll give us more of a pleasing series to the eye because I think that they're a bad matchup for the Warriors. I got Golden State winning in 7 though, but I mean, Derek White was. I thought. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say that Boston, this
but-
very same team. You guys have to remember. I think 2017, 2018, LeBron James. I think there was Tatum Brown.
Rozier.
Players were different. Al Horford was there, but he handled this very same team. And this team, you guys have to remember, this team has never been clutch in playoffs, getting past the finals.
The Heat might get back to the Heat once revenge too from the play.
And Jimmy Butler has been there. You got to remember, Jimmy Butler. He's trying to get that ring. He's trying to get that ring, and when he played the Lakers in the bubble, even though it was in the bubble, Jimmy Butler he brought it to the Lakers. He put up.
He did, but 41, I think. But he had a stinker. He had 11 or 12, and that's the crap that I don't like. I mean, this is for me though. I like Butler, but he'll do that for you, man. He'll have a 41-point game. I think he had 40 points in one game, and then he had 11 or 12 in a crucial game.
But what I like about Jimmy Butler, he's like I think Kareem was talking about it earlier about players like not wanting the max contract and they're not worth that max contract. We look at Kevin Durant wants the max contract. Kyrie wants the max contract. We look at players. I couldn't give players who were supposed to be superstars, let alone legends one day, a max contract. When they come to my franchise, they've been there 2 years, and we're past them being hurt, and they didn't deliver. You know what I'm saying? If I was an owner, and I have players of Kyrie, Kevin Durant, or James Harden, he goes to Philly, and you got Embiid player, and they're not delivering, and you want a max contract. Look at James Harden. The last game he had 15, 14 points?
11
points.
11.
And I told
how can you pay players like that? And I'm paying you, and I got this huge salary, and you're supposed to be my, you want to be number one. Is James Harden ready to take the back seat to Joel Embiid? Is he?
He's number 3. He's the number 3 behind Tyrese Maxey.
Listen, he's the number 3 option, but he's the highest paid player on the team. Man making $40 million a year, and he played like dog doo doo.
Yeah, they're going 18 points I think in the playoffs this season.
But James Harden, just like we talk about Russell Westbrook, how when Russell went to the Lakers, how he was bummed and but you got to understand that's how Russ always played, and this is how James Harden always played like that.
Let me say this though to you, if you don't mind. See, but the problem is the definition of Russell Westbrook's game. Listen, his dominance has been predicated upon athleticism. When I look at this guy, listen, he's a bad player to me now because when you look at the fact that his athleticism has declined, he can't probe the lane, he can't set up players properly. He's a terrible shooter. I think he qualified as the worst shooter, or almost at the bottom amongst qualifying 3-point shooters in terms of how many times he shot the ball. Okay, he won't play defense. Yes, he won't play defense.
Oh yeah, we know that. No, I'm not making a case for Russell. What I'm saying is,
brother, I say he's one of the worst. But Ben didn't even play, brother.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I'm not making no case for Russell. But what I'm saying is, James Harden always played this way. He's always been a triple double, give you 35, 10, and 10, kind of like Russ, but a better 3-point shooter.
But I told Kareem a month ago on here that I say if you pay attention, you saw James Harden start to actually melt down after he left Houston. Ever since that, at least I did. And I told him, I said he's going to choke again in the playoffs. I mean, of course, we've seen in big games, right? Where like we saw that's a long time ago, but in 2017, I mean he's shown me this over a long body of work. Okay, when he went 2 of 11 in 2017 and elimination game versus Spurs, that was a rout. You look at the stuff against the Warriors. I think he shot 14 of 69 between games 2 and 7 versus the Warriors in 2018. So he's showing he's showing you that he's got a propensity to be awful when you need him the most. That's why I had no faith in him. Everybody's saying, "Oh, we got hard," and I said, "Okay, just watch. You're paying a mannequin." You're paying a mannequin for all this money for nothing, and you see how it played out.
What you got to understand is that I play basketball, semi-pro, for your town Red Dogs. And what you got to understand is, my generation is 90s basketball, early 2000s. So, in some of the 80s, you got to understand, like, there's not a lot of players that you can say can go get you a championship.
No.
Right? Like, we could say LeBron James, Kyrie. We could say Stephen Curry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You could, you could say Giannis. You can even put Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Kyrie can't get you a chip, brother.
Say it again.
Kyrie can't get you a championship. And my only point is, but hold on, James Harden's melted though.
Kyrie can't get you no championship. He's been searching.
I said he can't.
He's been ever since he left LeBron. Yeah. Like I told my son, I said, what if the Lakers trade Russell, which is a fantasy, and he go to the Nets, and then the Lakers get Kyrie, and my son said, yeah, he go back to his dad. He goes back home to his daddy.
I said that's the best fit. That's the best fit. And I've been saying this for a long time. That's the best fit for Kyrie. You got to go back to LeBron. But I said, no, Kyrie cannot. He cannot take a championship.
And I'm in Ohio, so when he left, that was the mistake, because if you think about it, Cleveland Cavaliers could have won more championships or could have gone to the finals if had not Kyrie wanted to leave and be in his own.
LeBron was leaving anyway.
Wait a minute.
No. What I'm saying is, man, I'm saying that if that whole nucleus of that team did not break up.
But here's the thing, though. Wait, no, that's given the fact that KD left. If KD had stayed, you would have been in the same predicament. But yeah, since he left, then that's. But you understand too, though. Kyrie leaving, brother. Kyrie, he was on the fence about it initially. Obviously, he had a strife with LeBron, but when he
found out about they tried to trade.
That's what I was going to get you. When he found out that the owner was trying to get rid of him, that's when he said, "You know what?
Try to trade him."
I'm out. Yeah.
The Cats had Wade too, Dwayne Wade.
Say that again. I can't hear you, man.
The Cats had Dwayne Wade too.
Yeah, but that was you can't. Hey, man, Dwayne Wade was close to retirement. Then,
that man was old. That was like
he
35.
He was averaging like 15 points a game.
That's like for 14.
And he already and Dwayne Wade already done had three championships, I think.
He had 3.
So yeah, I mean he was just playing just to make LeBron happy. And they had Derrick Rose, and they got Isaiah Thomas that after his back injury. Yeah. So, but the thing is, I'm saying is that look at Kyrie Irving since he left Cleveland. He's been to Boston. Yeah. He fell out with Boston. Just hear me out. He fell out with Boston, right? Then he went to Brooklyn, fell out with the owner because of shots and stuff that was going on, personal reasons. Then he just took personal reasons, didn't want to play. And then all this drama. So when you get Kyrie, you get a lot of drama. And so what I'm saying is, since he's been out of Cleveland, he's been on 2 teams that he had a chance to win, and he hasn't won. So all I'm saying is,
we got it ain't he didn't win because he didn't play good. You factor in why he didn't play, because
you talking about Boston or the New Jersey?
Because of them injuries, both.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, for somebody that played the game, that looks bad.
Hey, hold on.
I don't matter what it looked like, but it's that's what it was.
Hold on, no. Like, okay, so the first year in Boston, yes, he got injured. The second year when they got blasted by the Bucks, no doubt, he played like garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
He played like hot garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
Doo-doo.
Ouch.
Don't get me wrong. Uncle Drew is exceptionally. He's probably the best one-on-one player in the NBA. Besides Ja, I would put Curry there too. I would put Curry there because Curry can take it off the dribble too.
He's the prettiest one-on-one player.
That's what I'm saying. He can get his shot whenever he wants, but is that going to make the team better?
But when we talk about one-on-one, it's pretty what he do. Like we know it's pretty, but who is he going to defend?
Yeah, but see, in basketball, is that going to make the team better? Did it make the Brooklyn Nets? I mean, think about it. For a while there, they had James Harden. James Harden left. Then now they got Ben Simmons, and I don't even know how they might trade him. They might use him for a piece.
And think about this in this league. These are some of the best players: Harden, Kyrie, all of them.
They're supposed to be superstars.
But that's when I tell people there's not many superstars in this league.
Look,
I agree with that. That's a fact.
You're preaching to the choir because I'm from the '90s, and I told you I can name probably 20 to 30 players that are better than these players now.
Yes.
I can shoot Jesus Shuttlesworth, Ray Allen. I'm not gonna mention Michael Jordan because that would be unfair. But I can mention Big Dog Robinson, Glenn Rice. Come on.
No, I wouldn't add them because they didn't win nothing either. They were great.
No. What I'm talking about, man, I'm not talking about championships. I'm talking about overall play and how they played. I'm talking about just straight out basketball, man.
But straight out with the game, like somebody like Big Dog and all these guys, Sean Kemp and all them. I think they parallel to guys now. But I think now is, we didn't overhype Big Dog just because he came out of college, dropping 35, 40 points, hitting all these threes. And and some people think now Big Dog was hitting them threes at what 6'9", 6'10"?
6'9". He was 6'9".
6'9". We had 3-point shooting. Derek Coleman. Look how good Derek Coleman was.
DC, right.
But it's like they couldn't sustain it. So like
Larry Johnson, Grandma Mom.
Right. And a lot of times it's not just these guys let that game go like Harden. It's these injuries they get and stuff. But when you look at Harden, it's almost look like he started squandering. I think it's kind of certain arrogance we look at, and we think this guy fat and out of shape. He was fat when he was dropping 40.
Yeah, but he was just
no. He was kind of chunky.
He was big, but see, you say that, but let's look at Charles Barkley because ground rebound. Charles Barkley, he was always big. Even Jordan told me you eating too many hamburgers.
No. Here's the difference. Harden was always big. Harden was always burly.
Yeah, he was always big boned.
No. He got
he did get chunkier.
That man got chunky on purpose. He got fat on purpose.
Well, look, you remember with John Wall? You remember with John Wall and Boogie?
Oh,
that's
God.
Look, I play basketball. That is a straight out disrespect for a man to just because he don't want to be on a team to not show up for practice and go to the club. He went to the club, man. Like I would have called him out. Like, look, man.
Who did this?
No, Harden would do that a lot.
Harden did that.
Oh, yeah. Know this.
He went to it's a popular strip club in Houston that he would always go to downtown, right now.
And John Wall and Boogie called him out on it.
But see, I don't got no problem with them partying if they deliver.
Nah, but what are they, man? Let me tell you something about basketball. I play for the Italian Red Dogs. Let me tell you something, man. My coach was Bob Love, and I played with a lot of NBA players.
Okay, what about Dennis Rodman? What about Michael Jordan? They party they ass off.
No. What I'm talking about, man, I'm talking about when you're supposed to show up to practice.
That's what I mean. I don't have no problem with that if you deliver.
Well, Harden ain't one of them guys that delivering, man.
Yeah, that's the problem.
No,
he literally, see, my thing is, man, look,
that's the issue.
John Wall,
partying is the delivery.
Yeah, but see, here's my thing, man. John Wall, if John Wall would have never got hurt, and let's say he went to Houston, he would have had a nice season. I'm not saying they would have went to the championship. And they had Boogie, right? They had Boogie, and we all know what Boogie been through, right? Both bad knees before he was with the Pelicans, had an MVP season. So if they don't get hurt, let's say they get traded to Houston and they averaging 21, 22, Boogie's averaging 25, and you got Harden, and Harden still does that. You
and
owe
Wall
them guys.
averaged 21 and 7. Yeah,
I'm saying you owe them guys, man. You can't just disrespect them because you James Harden. You think you better than everybody on the team.
I thought. Listen. I thought they could have made that kind of work because you still had Oladipo, which was okay. I mean, you had Woods there. You had actually talent. I mean, on that team, like you said. But with the whole Harden thing. Like in OKC, he was in actually great shape. People forget that he was leaping out the gym. He could actually jump, y'all. I mean, y'all might recall that he could actually jump. He was actually in good shape.
Who are you talking about?
You talk about James Harden. I'm saying if you look at him physically, he was in shape. His body, he was always big up top with his arms and everything.
Yeah, James Harden was always big boned. He was just that way. But
he was fighting.
But you talking about Teletubby? What we talking about is Teletubby James Harden.
I'm saying
hamburgers, James Harden. Not taking it serious, man. I'm an owner and I'm paying you what? $100,000, $90 million for the contract, and you come to what to train.
But I'm saying if y'all look at it, because I've actually watched this. I mean, I've seen him up close before, but I'm saying like he didn't just start this process. He started like when he got to Houston, when he got that massive contract. Then you start to see around 2016ish, he started to slowly, each year by year, let himself go. And then with him getting very overweight and corpulent, that was that was him just trying to get the fuck out of Houston. That's why he got even bigger, reportedly. So that was what that was about. But he was always starting to get big over the years. And when he got to
Bro, the
Houston,
way I feel is, man, it's like there's only so many players that I would pay. You know what I'm saying? Like a max contract through, and I would pay Giannis. I would pay LeBron. I would pay Jimmy But hey, man, what is that?
What is that noise?
What is that noise, man?
Somebody TV up loud.
I don't know.
It sound like I hear
That's
Stephen A. Smith crying.
Yeah.
Somebody's listening to ESPN in the background, man. What's up with
Is that
that?
Kareem?
Kareem, that's
I think
what
that's
TV.
Kareem.
Is that Stephen A. Snitch?
Stephen A.
I
Snitch.
don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, now he happy. Yeah, Stephen A. happy he get to go back to Miami.
Nah, she actually called Boston to win. Now you got a Shaq. You heard him say Shaq. Shaq told him that's my team, Miami. Man, I got Miami.
I would say this though.
The
I think
championship.
Boston has the most pressure when you look from out of any team. I mean, of course, Jimmy Butler has some pressure, but I think collectively, the Celtics have the most pressure, especially Tatum.
Who do
That's
y'all
his
have
name.
win the championship?
Oh, really?
I got the Dubs winning the championship.
You got who? Oh, Golden State.
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't gonna beat. If Miami wins, they're not gonna beat Miami.
Okay.
Miami gonna win the first game, and then I think the Dubs are gonna show up the second game, but still Miami might win. It might be a toss up the second game. Then you gotta think Miami has defense, and I go with defense.
I mean, Boston has defense
What?
too. I mean,
Well, do you not
Bam
understand that?
Bam Adebayo is gonna ball Looney up.
Okay.
I mean,
Ball
listen,
Looney up. Looney
mean,
doesn't
listen,
really
two-
jump.
like,
Looney
two
just
out of-
Looney
two-
just he's just real sturble to where he's,
here's the thing:
he
two
gets
out
good
of
position.
the three. It's like if you look at the thing is, Golden State was physically outmatched in terms of height against Memphis. I just think I really just think I think I mean, they can beat Miami. That's going to be a tough matchup. I just think Boston's a worse matchup for Golden
Because
State.
you can exploit with the size, and if you're Boston, you would attack at the rim and you get many second chance shots. But you understand, right? That the Golden State Warriors amongst the teams that play good defense collectively, right? I hope y'all know that.
God, yeah.
Or something where you can hang your hat.
What's the difference?
Something you can hang your hat on.
What do you mean? What's the difference?
No, he said there's a difference between. I mean, everybody discount Golden State defense.
That's what I'm saying. If you watch the game, Golden State ranked amongst the highest in terms of defense in the playoffs.
They were the third ranked defense.
Exactly in the postseason.
I mean,
And that was with a great defensive
Hey,
coach.
Lord have mercy. What is that?
Kenny Atkinson, he's solid. He's good. He's
Yeah,
one of those
Curry,
coaches
yeah.
Chris Broussard. Oh Jesus! Is
Oh, God, not-
out of the
this
team.
the
It was
dude on here?
much, Rob. You know this. A lot of coaches like that when they get,
Where did that guy go? Where did the guy go?
they're great with the little engine they
What
could.
is happening? What is
But
happening?
struggle when they got
Hey,
more
bro,
talent.
Clinton, you gotta turn
And I
that
don't
off,
know
bro.
that that's Atkinson or not, but I do know that Kyrie
Oh,
Irving
my
went.
phone, man.
Hey, look, Kyrie obviously is not feeling a lot of people and things.
Wait, where did the other guy go? I don't know where he went. The guy that was talking, was that you?
No, he did.
That's me. I'm right here, yo. Boy.
What the heck?
What this shit just got weird within seconds.
Yo, I don't know what the hell be going on, man.
Hey, no. What I was saying is like, no. See,
I
the
can see
thing
him
is,
in the chat. Like, I don't know, man. It's just wow.
but Golden State. See, Golden State versus Miami. Like that's an interest. That will be a fun series. See, the thing is with Golden State, people don't think they can defend because they have a habit of playing around too much. They play too much. Like they really do, and that bothers me because I'm like, if you face Boston and you play around and you turn the ball over like 10 times in the first half, you're gonna get blown out. You're gonna get blown out the building. Same thing with Miami. I mean, but the thing is with Miami, it's just it's consistency with their offense.
No. Miami been scoring 80 points. Ain't no consistency with their offense.
I said, yeah, no, I'm talking about if they make the finals. That's like the only way they'll have a chance is if they're consistent with their offense.
And here's the problem here that I see. That's the big problem because I think the Warriors beat Miami in 5 years. People can laugh at me. That's fine. But here's the thing: if they play, I'm gonna tell you this because Miami, they have shooters, right? But when you got a guy like Duncan Robinson, who is pretty much MIA, like the first three letters of Miami, when you look at guys like Tyler Hero can be hit or miss here and there. But the problem is Tyler Hero can make his own shot. We know that. But they got some guys like Tucker, certain guys that can shoot, but there are a lot of them, some of them are set shooters. When you look at the Warriors, you look at Curry, you look at Thompson, you look at Al Porter even, Wiggins. You look at GP comes back. You look at those guys. I'm missing Wiggins or whatever. Those guys can not only shoot, I think probably better collectively, which is already a bonus, but they can all create their own shot off the dribble. So with that being said, the Golden State Warriors aren't just this catch and shoot team. They can actually move the ball around. They can take you off the dribble. They can step back. All of those guys can do that. And that's what scares me. So that's why I think Boston creates a better matchup, because if they can advance, they can exploit them with their size. And what they would do is they will attack much more, which does what? If you miss shots, you have a better chance to get more rebounds. But the other false narrative, people say that the Warriors don't rebound. Yet Curry is snagging 12 rebounds he had early in the Mavericks series, 12 rebounds. You have them among some of the top in terms of rebounds in the playoffs, and then they were able to go back and forth with the Grizzlies being able to rebound. The narrative about the Warriors have been the same every single year since they started their dynasty in 2015. They can't defend. They can't rebound. Yet you got guys locking teams down when it matters the most. You got them having a team at 90 points with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So I just don't understand where all these narratives go around if they don't play defense.
No,
Curry,
it's because because Golden State's a finesse team. They're not a physical team. And that's why. But if you look at every year if you look at every year they won a championship, they've been a top 5 defensive team every year.
Yep.
They were number 1 in 2014. I mean, they lost in 2015, but they were number 1. 2016, they were number 6. 2017, they were number 9. This year, they're number 3 in defensive efficiency. Now, and then they also have a top 5 offensive efficiency. So, and the thing is, they haven't played their best ball this playoffs. Like they really, people forget they've been like these playoff series, they've been sloppy. I mean, but the thing is, they were coming into the playoff. They were 20th in overall rebounding. They beat Memphis. Memphis was the number 1 rebounding team in the league by a wide margin. They out-rebounded
big game.
Yeah, they out-rebounded Memphis 4 out of the 6 games.
Yep.
Kevon, and Memphis has 7-footers. They have 2 of them. They have Jaren Jackson and Aquaman.
Oh yeah, Kevin Adams, Steven Adams,
yeah.
And that's his job. You're on the court. That's
his job.
To be able to rebound.
And listen, everybody's talking about Kayvon Looney had a big game, but I'm like, listen, you get Wiggins giving you 9 rebounds, Draymond giving you 9 rebounds, and then offensively, like you said, like listen, GP2 is back. They already come. I saw what Shams reported. He's going to be back for the finals. They say he might play game 1, and that's going to be. Listen, they saying Andre Iguodala might come back by game 2 or game 3.
I don't expect him to have him immense impact. He never have much of an impact.
I mean, offensively, defensively, yeah. But listen. Off the bench, listen. They got guys. Listen, you got Curry can get his own shot. Clay can get his own shot. Jordan Poole can get his own shot.
Everybody can. Porter, GP,
GP, Nerman Bielitsa.
That's going to make them dangerous. Miami, everybody on that floor, some of those guys need, like Robinson, sometimes Strus, they need guys to create for them. And if you're able to lock in.
And then they rookies, bro. Moses Moody getting extended. Moses Moody is
Moody coming off of the bench. Yeah.
Listen, do you know, listen, he is a, he is this, that he can do, first of all, he's 6'5". He built like this. He's 6'5". He built like a linebacker. But he got some broad shoulders. Hey, yo, Tron Force, if you really think that, man, like you don't like, come on, bro. I listen,
Boston definitely could win the championship. That's why I say, it could go. That's why I have it going 7. But I got Golden State winning.
Honestly, that's a bad matchup. My thing is, listen. I remember. Listen, I've been like I was there when Curry got injured. We was facing Denver. People said, "Oh, Denver's gonna upset the Warriors." Then Memphis, they said, "Oh, Memphis gonna get us." And then you say, "Oh." Then somebody on TV decided to say, "Oh, the Mavs gonna beat the Warriors in 5." If you know who said that, he needs to be off TV because he don't know basketball. But
Well, they were saying that here, the 105.3, the local station. I was listening to them, and the people are saying that it's a chance they can beat them. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. They weren't going to beat them because you just outmatched. And then the problem is that, listen, you got Cleveland, these guys who can't even shoot as well as the Warriors collectively. But then same thing, they can't create the shot.
Hold up. Hey, yo, Tone Force, bro. The last time Ja was playing, they was getting their tails beat.
Now, I'm not going to cap on that. I mean, no, I still think the Warriors find a way to win if Josh playing. Because, listen, I can't doubt a team who still has the talent, ability, and experience. But if John Morant was playing, that makes it interesting.
No, it makes it interesting. But the thing is, we was attacking. The thing is, if you understand basketball, like when Ja got hurt, they was down 30.
No, 50 plus at one time.
And the thing is, Steph, Jordan Poole, and Andrew Wiggins were taking turns attacking him. Listen, Memphis defense got better, like way better when Ja went out. And I mean, and it also helped that Mike Brown was coaching, but I'm like, the defense was better. I mean, listen, we went 2-1 with Ja and 2-1 without Ja. Let's say with Ja healthy, with the crazy. I still had Warriors in 6 or 7, and it ended up happening like that. So that is that.
Hey, they was down 50 plus.
Yeah, they was down 50. Yeah, they didn't show it. Yeah, they weren't trying. They didn't show up that game. Okay, if you look at.
I already knew that Memphis pretty much emptied the clip in that game.
See, that game 5 was like the Warriors versus Cavs 2017. That game 4 when basically the Cavs basically were down 3-0 and basically they was hitting on everything.
But but you gotta understand, like psychologically, and when the crowds are just dancing like that, that shows you that they're not experienced because. When you're getting like you won a Super Bowl or something, that was just a game to extend the series. That's when I knew they. Listen, if the Grizzlies had to beat them and then they were all calm and everything, okay, like business as usual, maybe it's different. But like I kept telling everybody, when you got a young and dumb team like that, getting all excited because you blew this team out, you expended all your energy on this one game. What are you going to have for the next game? And we saw they didn't have much.
No, it's not. Listen, it's not like people forget. It's not. Listen, now. If I'm being honest, I'm gonna keep it objective. The Warriors haven't played their best this postseason. They've had, let's just say, I give out of every game that they won, every series. I think the best game. Listen, the best games they've played. Let's just say, game 1. Game two versus the Nuggets. That was damn near a flawless game. Game 3 versus Memphis, and then game 1 versus game 1. Actually, not even game 1. Actually, I'll take it further. Game 2 versus the Mavs. Listen, oh my gosh, Tron Force, you can try to defend those young and dumb Grizzlies, but let's just say if the Warriors are healthy the full season, bro, the Grizzlies wouldn't have been the 2 seed. They weren't a better team. Like, and don't count the regular season because the regular season really don't mean nothing in terms of regular season matchups. Because like y'all beat us 3-1, but the one time we beat y'all, we beat you about 40. I mean, Memphis. I mean, and that was without Clay, and that was without Draymond. That was just Steph and Jordan Poole. Beat you about 40.
But a team that people, and I know this is next year, but people need to look out for the Clippers because
man,
I'm telling you, if they can be healthy, because they're going to probably add another point guard. They have the cap space. We know that the owner was willing to spend money. So if you implement a Chris Paul, I know you might laugh at that, or a John Wall, somebody who no, hold on, let me explain to you. I think John Wall's a better option. But because his ability to he can defend and he'll do all the intangibles and he's still relatively kind of young. But when you ingratiate the fact you got Luke Kennard off the bench, you still have Reggie Jackson there, I believe. You have a team. You still have guys like I don't know if Morris is still there. You may know that, but you still have obviously PG, Kawhi, and I mean you still have those guys on that team. So I think that they have to be amongst the favorite if they can be healthy to get to the championship. That team is scary, and they play together. You still have Terrence Mann. I mean that's a scary team. I don't care who you are. That's why I think the Warriors need to revamp and find another guy to implement. Because if they don't get someone else in, I don't think Gobert's possible. Because what's his name said that Danny Ainge, I forgot he is in the front office. So I don't like that because he might not take that deal for Wiggins and a few other pieces. So, but
I mean,
yeah.
shit. I mean, shit. They could somehow slide for DeAndre Ayton, Lord, shit, that'll be fine. They need a big. Now, I ain't giving up on Wiseman yet because I mean, health. I mean, if they get, I mean, Wiseman will have to put some meat on him though. He look too bony. But listen, if Wiseman is healthy, that changes everything because he has a nice post game and he can stretch the floor.
Yep.
So if you have a big and he can shoot, oh no. If you like, the worst thing you could do like is let Steph be on the ball. But if Steph's on the ball, the worst thing you could do is let the Warriors go 1-4 flat. That's the like, and if he has a clear lane to the hoop and everything. But I think, listen, I think what's going to happen. I think if because they have the 28th. People forget the Warriors have. I think they have the 28th pick and they have the 45th pick this year. So
yeah.
And I think that the 20, I think, let me see. There's this, honestly, I'm gonna tell you, there's this kid out of what's the college? There's this kid on Missouri. He's 6'9", 230. He's 6'9", 230. He's a stretch four. And I think I forgot his name, but he played. But I was like, if they get like, and there's a couple long. If they get a wing, even if they don't get a big time big, if Wiseman comes back and if they add another wing to go along with Wiggins, oh, that's gonna be like they can shore up that defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think you need another wing because you still have I mean, of course, Clay. You got of course Wiggins and Poole can play kind of interchangeable. I mean, that's just me. I think you need paint presence. Yeah.
What Poole like? Well, because they gotta pay Poole because I mean, he's gonna be he has his bird rights are this year. So they gotta pay him. Well, no, he deserves to be paid though. He deserves to be paid.
No, I'm saying if you play Poole, because I mean I'm saying you put Poole up because he can play pretty much to me 1 and 2 if you ask me. But I'm saying I would want paint presence. I don't really think you need any more backcourt or really any additional wing. I think you can run the team back with this same team. But I would like to implement a guy who has size, but can also defend some and rebound. I mean, Gobert's probably not even going to happen, but the money does work with that. But you have to give up Wiggins and those other guys.
But the thing is, if they give up Wiggins, like the thing is, I think Golden State's building. I think because Golden State have a 2 to 3 year window. That's what I think, and I think they're banking on is that they're banking on Poole. Poole has already developed. He's developed faster than they expected. So what they're banking on is going into next year.
He's going to be one of the featured options over Curry. I have to say, he'll be going to 35 years old.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, but the thing is, I think the thing is with Steph. I think he's come to the point where he's understanding. He's understanding that when he's getting better at knowing when to go full throttle. And when to be basically a prober and everything, because if you watched him and everything, he's most aggressive. Like he's most aggressive at the beginning of the game, and then in the fourth quarter.
That's how, because he knows how. Because he can afford to do that. Because he has help, but he can he can go all out at the beginning of the game. Because we saw LeBron James when you didn't have any help, essentially. You got to make sure it's priority. We got to get these guys off early and often, and then I can come because I can have of 3 points in the middle of the end of the first quarter, but I know I can finish with almost 40 if I wanted to. But like with Curry, when you got all these ancillary options that are dominant, you can go all out like you said, at the beginning of the game, and then tail off and wait, and then at the end of the game close it out. Like you
No,
saw
because
with
like he's literally, like, honestly, I think he's becoming like, he's becoming basically their dagger hitter. Like he literally,
Yep.
I think he just wants. He's like he literally want. But I think the one thing I do like, I think if Kaminga, if he develops more, if he develops, if he learns how to master the balance between finesse and physicality, he's gonna be a problem. Because listen, he has a decent handle. Not say a good, great handle, but he has a decent enough handle. He can shoot the three, and he can slash to the basket. Now, I think he's gonna be working with Draymond to improve his basketball IQ. I mean, he's just 19. His 20th birthday is until December, so I mean, like I think he's gonna work with Draymond in the all season. Moses Moody, I think yeah. I think the weird thing is what they saying. I was watching. They saying he's still growing. They projected him to be around 6'6", 6'7" next year. He 19 too. Moses Moody. That boy like he got this man like. Listen, he built like a linebacker, bro. This man is like This man is built. This man like the way his shoulders are built. This man looked like Patrick Willis. Like he got the Patrick Willis type shoulders, and he's
kind of like Grant Williams.
Yeah, Grant Williams. Like he's strong, but the thing is,
he's slimmer than Grant Williams.
Yeah, he's slimmer.
He's slimmer, but like he got shoulders.
He got broad shoulders, but
he's strong.
Yeah, he's not like Grant Williams. Grant Williams got it.
No. But Moses Moody, he's strong. Yeah, he's strong.
Yeah,
he's strong. He's strong. He's physical, and he's like he doesn't say like listen. He doesn't like he basically he's a sponge, bro. Like listen, he made like listen. I saw this in the Mad series, bro. Like they put him in. He made a mistake. He missed a read. And everything, and usually, it caused a turn, and he turned the ball over. And usually, in crucial games, you got a young player in a crucial game, and he makes a mistake. Coach, takes him out and everything. Coach kept him in. Like usually, when the bench players go back to the bench, Coach kept him in. I think he kept him in because Draymond was in foul trouble. Coach kept him in. And
Steve Kerr is a little unconventional. Like he's the type of coach to where he's gonna let you pretty much learn on the fly.
Yeah,
and
the next play he set a down pin for Clay. Clay hits a three. Next possession does the same thing. Clay cuts. He goes out to the 3-point line. He hits a corner three. Yeah, and then he ends up like listen. I mean, and the thing is, he can play. And I'm telling you, I'm like, bro. Like they were saying stuff, and I'm like, bro, everybody on their team, listen, Jordan.
Everybody on the Warriors team is legit a threat to score, and you have many defensive weapons. That's what delineates the Warriors from any other team in the NBA. Like, what team can you say that they got guys that can not only shoot, but they got guys that any guy can beat you off the dribble outside of Rudy. That's something impressive.
It's a man. I was like, bro, no, never mind. Listen, I saw, this man Nerman Bielisa. He has the ugliest up and under layup, but it goes in. It's
like Barbosa. Yeah, he had an ugly game too. Yeah.
And the thing is, he's slower than Luka, but he can get by people. And the thing is, I ain't gonna lie, man, he can shoot. He can shoot, but. And the thing is, they have the lineups that they have, man. It's crazy. The lineups, the lineups that they have, man. It's crazy because they can put their defense. They can put a defensive lineup with like in their second unit. They can like their defensive lineup could be like in the second unit could be like what's it called?
What's up, Kool-Aid Johnson? Hey, Kool-Aid, come in. If you're trying to before he closes it down.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, whatever.
y'all can talk behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Kool-Aid? How's it going, bro?
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, so I got the one. Y'all can stay on.
All right.
All right.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And a salute.